What began as a fairly lacklustre campaign has become increasingly heated as polling day approached. Well, more than 46 million people are registered to vote in this general election. There was a spike in registrations when Theresa May called a snap election back in April. Traditionally, young people in the UK don't turn out in high numbers to vote, but the polls are suggesting it could be different this time. And whichever party wins will have a tough job ahead as Britain heads towards Brexit and has to redefine its relationship with the world. Well, Sarah Morice joins us now from a polling station in London. Sarah, voting well underway now. What's been happening?
Well, that's exactly right. They say the early bird gets the worms, and most of the leaders themselves, the political leaders, have already cast their vote. They'd done it by around 9:30 in the morning. Theresa May voted just outside London in her constituency, which is about half an hour's drive from Windsor Castle. Jeremy Corbyn voted here in London, and Nicola Sturgeon voted, of course, in Scotland. She's the leader of the Scottish National Party. But it's those Scottish voters that are having the hardest time of things this morning, John, because the weather in Scotland has been absolutely atrocious, pouring, teeming with rain. You can even see here it's a little bit windy in London, and the rest of the UK is not off the hook because there are forecast showers, heavy rain, even lightning and thunder in some places. And we know that the weather can affect the voter turnout, but to be honest, and you know this as well, John, grim weather here in the UK is not that unusual.
Certainly not, Sarah. And when will we actually know the results? Who's actually going to be taking power?
Well, voting closes tonight at around 10 p.m. local time. At that point, the exit polls will be released, and then 11 o'clock, the first results, official results, will start coming in from each of the individual constituencies, and we expect by around early morning there should be some fair indication as to who's won this election. Of course, if it's close, that could drag on and take some hours longer. But there's a lot of rules, John, surrounding this election. I am quite prohibited in what I can talk about today. There's no talking about the candidates and their policies or any of the campaigning. And it's not just me, John, I've discovered, that has all these rules placed on them, because everyone who's walking into that polling booth behind me also has some rules. We understand that taking a selfie or twittering or getting on Facebook is very much frowned upon. There's to be no chit-chat about political things while you're in the polling booth, and if you do have a little bit of chit-chat, you might be asked to leave. And we've been told that you must just mark simply on your ballot paper an X next to your preferred candidate, but you can write a message if you like to the politicians. We're told they may not read it, but you can write it, John, so long as you don't write any rude words.